thing like so the pay to win, right? With a lot of games, right? Pay to win. Have you noticed that they've been changing it to pay for convenience?
Pay for convenience. Yeah,
Yeah.
or like pay to speed up.
Isn't that a bunch of horse shit?
Oh
Like
yeah,
I
fuck that.
it's so like just don't lie. You know what I mean? That's what I hate is like that you think that you're fooling somebody. Like
Yeah,
pay for convenience and you gain experience faster and the game is completely built around gaining experience. Bruh, that's
yep.
pay to win. Like, oh you get what you
They
spend
just
less
mask
money on
it.
repairs. Yeah, they're masking it. They're lying.
Yeah.
It's so insane to me. And I all of that kind of stuff is just it's so annoying. I feel like games I mean, because a lot of like gamers and everything, like they're either like kids, they're not really looking at it from that perspective, and then just buy into it, man. They just
Hmm.
buy into it. It's just it's
Because they
awful.
just the thing is, it's being
Yeah.
planted in that it's the norm as
Right.
well.
Exactly.
So I
Yeah.
wonder, because it is the
It's
norm,
like, of course, there's a cash shop.
you're gonna
It's
need
like,
those
no.
12-year-olds to have a voice eventually, right?
Yeah.
The ones that are growing up and everything. So it's
Exactly.
like, do they realize what the fuck they're doing?
I don't think that they do.
I don't think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
and also it's like you wonder if like if that was us, right? Would we have been the same? Would we have just been like, oh yeah, whatever, who cares? And it's hard really to
Exactly.
say. Like
And
that's
it
what
is
makes it
hard to
even
say
more
because we
interesting.
didn't have that shit. It was more like, here, play the fucking game. And
Yeah,
this is
play the game
everything.
and that's it. But like,
Before, it wasn't
yeah,
spending money. It was, oh, do this
you
shit,
spend
and
time.
then you get the good stuff. Yeah, exactly. You spend time.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I mean, like, I just feel like every game now has like its own like cash shop, and you know, it's like cash shops are just kind of expected. You know, and there's like cosmetic things that are just kind of expected, and I
Yeah, like
really
it's
wish.
it's very normal. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
normal.
And like to not want that is like almost to be, you know, like just dumb or something like that. And I don't know. It's just or delusional or unrealistic.
And then that's actually like kind of interesting to think about, and it's dumb because it's like, oh, so you gimp your game by making us do what you also consider boring as fuck.
Well,
Devs, or
here's the
whatever,
worst
for a
part
while.
about it is it gives them a
What's up?
profit incentive to lock
Mm,
that shit behind a paywall, right? Because if you're
yeah,
paying for convenience, that gives them an incentive to make it to where to make it less convenient, right? I mean that because then they'll get more people to pay money, right? And if their
hmm,
goal is to make money, all you have to do is follow the money, and they're going to make things less convenient. And
yeah,
that's the scariest thing about it. And that's what I think a lot of games do is they make things take longer for arbitrary reasons to get people to pay for these different little advancement systems.
exactly. And it's like, oh, you're gonna make me do this boring shit for 20% longer
Yeah.
unless I spend this money.
Yeah, I have to give you $20 a month to play your game faster. It's just like what is this?
And you're
It's
right.
insane.
You can't blame the devs because it's true. Because, oh my god, dude, this DBM horn,
Oh,
like,
it's like blowing it off. Oh, jeez.
I
Yeah.
swear that's new. But that's like you're right with the sense of like devs and everything. Like
Yeah.
they probably want the best for their game, and at the end of the day, it does come to the people with the money, the investors, the overall company, the Activision, not Blizzard anymore. It's more Activision Blizzard. It's been like that for a while, but more so does it show it. Um,
It was a little bit odd as soon as Activision like partnered or bought Blizzard or whatever. They that was like right whenever they did the store thing. They did the first store mount. That
was it?
stupid
Did it line
horse.
up? It
It
did
was
line up.
something like it was pretty close. I
Oh
remember
damn.
like thinking that in the back of my mind, and like back then I didn't really consider like I don't want to say that 100% because it was just so long ago, but that's certainly what I remember.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. You don't want to believe it, but it's true. And
it's yeah.
you know about Tencent and shit? Do you know about them?
No, what's that?
So like Tencent is essentially, think of like, okay, who do you think is like the biggest? Let's say, okay, Activision essentially is massive, right?
Hmm.
They own so much shit, whether it's Call of Duty or Blizzard now, and like, oh look, Call of Duty's now on the Blizzard launcher. That's weird as fuck
Right, right,
to
yeah.
even look at. Um, Tencent is China's like biggest gaming company, or think of Tencent as being China's Activision, but
Okay.
by like a factor of like 100,000 bigger.
Oh wow.
Whereas they own PUBG Mobile, they own Fortnite. I heard they own a bit of Epic actually. They own, I think they also own a little bit of Activision. They basically own any game company you can think of. They own a massive portion of,
Wow.
and or have their hands in a massive portion. They also own League of Legends as well. And so like everything you see, have you played any of like any type of Chinese game or whatever, or like these mobile games that have crazy microtransactions and
Fuck
shit?
no, I haven't played those.
But you've heard about them.
Oh yes, I've heard about
and
them.
like seeing the type of shit they do. Tencent is essentially the owner of all that, and they're so fucking big and they have so much fucking money that it doesn't matter, because they just come and just flop their massive fucking penis on the ground and just buy companies out.
And they
then
just tell them what to
whatever the
do.
fuck. Yeah, and just pay to win the living shit out of it. I heard that, you know, PUBG Mobile, they had devs working on them. I heard they make more money on the PUBG than anything else now. And it's also because what do you call it, when the mobile PUBG came out, what they did was they had devs working 24/7 on 3 shifts to make the game on mobile in like 6 months or less.
Wow.
Just so they can push it.
That's insane. Like, well, mobile gaming nowadays is just like it's so big, and to me, like I never really liked, like I don't have any games on my phone. Like I legitimately have no games on my phone. I don't play any games on my phone.
I don't either. I've never gotten into it.
Yeah. It's just never been a thing. Like I think one time I had like Snake on like my original like Nokia phone or something like that. But besides that, no, nothing. No reason for it. And so to see
had a Nokia?
Hell yeah, dude. Like I mean, like we were animals, man. Like if I dropped that, it was fine. And I had like this other flip phone. I remember I had this flip phone, and it was like really, really small, and finally I never liked it, and finally I remember I lost a duel in front of Ironforge, and it was like beeping for low battery, and I took it and I fucking tore it apart, and I threw both sides of it like a Hulk on like each side of my room, and I only know where one side is left. No.
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
It's done, man. It's done.
I had the Palm Pre.
What's that?
Remember that one?
No.
Oh, you don't remember it?
No.
Never mind. You gotta see it. It was like a weird fucking phone.
I remember I always wanted like the Motorola Razr, but my mom would never buy me one. You remember that?
Yeah, the Razr and the Sony Ericsson I thought were wicked sexy.
Yeah, it's like if you saw those, you're like, yo, okay, this kid's cool or whatever, and it was like dumb, but you know how kids are. I mean, like it's the same. It's like what I was saying earlier. It's like the status stuff, right? I mean, that's what people like. That's what they work for. I mean, status means a lot, and I think that like I think game developers they'd benefit a lot to just kind of embrace that rather than pretend like it's not real.
Yep.
So so you're probably gonna play until BFA? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm gonna be on and off until BFA comes out.
Okay.
Because it's like, okay, I'm getting gear and stuff, but then it's like there's nothing to do with the gear just yet. I'm gonna do the Mage Tower.
Okay.
Because is it difficult or are people exaggerating?
It's not like, so basically if you're like 930 plus, it's gonna be just like learn the mechanics, do the mechanics, and it's not gonna be an issue.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be on and off. I mean, just casually, just making sure I'm all ready, making sure my bag's ready. I got gold thing, just the usual expansion prep. Read a little bit on the Discord, class Discord and stuff, to make sure I know everything about the classes and shit. And then, that's kind of it. And then definitely play when it comes out, and maybe do like 24-hour and just try to quickly go from 110 to 120.
Oh shit! I think that you'll probably be able to do that in 10. Honestly, like we did it.
10 hours?
Probably
Really?
like 10 to 15 easily. And
shit!
Then at that,
do you know how long was Legion's?
Legion.
I want to say it was like 18, 20.
I think. Well, we got server first for like our leveling group, and we were really fast. I don't remember like about how long it took. I know like the fastest guy did it in like 5 or 6 hours, something like that. I think it took us like 8 or 9. I mean, we weren't that efficient.
While pacing myself in the sense of like, WoW is like you still want to experience like everything while you're leveling.
Well, yeah, I mean, because leveling, like, oh wow, you're gonna get there one day before everybody else. Who really cares, right? I mean, I don't think
I
it's a
know.
big deal. Like some people take leveling really, really seriously. I actually haven't even like. Do you have the beta for BFA?
I've honestly never played a beta for an WoW expansion. I just wait until it
Really?
comes out, so it's like fresh as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably the first expansion that I'm doing that with. Like every other
Oh, really?
beta, like yeah, I haven't really played it a lot. Like it just
I
hasn't
think it will
really.
make it more exciting for you, dude.
I think it will, and it'll be like more engaging and everything, and that way, like kind of people can kind of experience that with me because I'll probably like stream release. Probably everybody's gonna stream release. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm much more excied about classic to be completely honest. Like that's
Have
kind of
they
like
said
what I
anything
really
about
hope
it
for. No, no,
ever
there's
since?
well, they've said basically like they filled the slots for the people
The
to do it.
development
Yeah,
team?
yeah, to develop it.
Okay.
But I don't really know. Like, I mean, who knows when it's gonna come out? Like, I would probably expect to see Classic out in maybe like 19, maybe
2019.
2020.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if they released it on like the 19th the anniversary of WoW.
Do you
But
think
we'll
BlizzCon
see.
they're gonna say anything?
Do you go to BlizzCon?
I've never been. I heard it is the best. But
It
I've
is
never
the
been.
best. Like I've been to DreamHack before. I haven't really been to a lot of conventions, but BlizzCon was actually really really fun last year, and
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot. I would say that they're probably gonna have like this BlizzCon for WoW will be centered around like the patch like after the original like the first uh, BFA patch, and
Yeah.
then it'll be like the second raid tier, etc. And the Queen of Shara stuff. Then they'll probably talk a lot about Classic. I think it'll be focused a lot around Classic, and we might actually see my personal like what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to re-release Warcraft 3 as a phone game. Like
Oh,
yeah,
I could see that actually.
I think it's really possible because they bought King, right, which is like another phone developer, like phone game developer.
They did recently.
Well, it was like a couple of years ago at this point, but they did buy them.
Did they do the WoW app and shit with like
I actually
wonder.
don't. I don't know, but I do feel like they'll like. I don't think that's a bad thing though. Like I really don't think like making Warcraft 3 as a phone game is bad, right? As long as it's not like bullshit, I mean, obviously if it's like pay to win or whatever, like yeah, that sucks. But if they just did it as like a phone game that people can take part in, like that'd be good because it would get more people into Warcraft too, like
Yeah.
in the WoW.
I never actually minded the whole I thought it was kind of cool how you could do when I really got into Legion, how you could use the phone and like send people on missions and shit
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
out. I didn't think that was that bad. Did you see that as a shitty thing or was
I
like, oh,
saw
this
the
is getting
content
weird?
is fundamentally shitty. Like obviously like
Yes,
that type
yes,
of
yes.
content is not really what the game should be about. And I feel like uh, in WoD they focus too much on like phone game content basically. But fundamentally,
I
no,
agree.
it's fine. There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with it at all.
fundamentally. And then the content was kind of just bullshit. It did
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
very like, oh, I'm just doing this because I have to.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like,
logging on and doing your chores. It's like, why are you doing chores in a video game for? It's a little bit silly.
oh my.
Yeah, I don't know, like I'm excited. Like I want the game to be good. Like I know that I'll never have the same experience that I used to in like vanilla and like Burning Crusade. I mean, none of us will that like grew up doing that. But I just want the game to be fun, and I also want it to give people the same like satisfaction that I got out of it. Right? I think that at this point it would be a best case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to it. Like every single time a new WoW expansion comes out, I'm just like, fuck yeah, I get to play WoW again. Because
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't think there's ever been a launch of a WoW expansion where I'm just like, fuck this, or I just wasn't into it.
It's
So,
always fun on releases. Like even even like I was thinking about like Bless Online, whenever we were playing and like everybody was they were all happy and like excited cuz it's a new MMO. I felt like one of those like mad scientists that knows the world is going to end because I know the game's just going to die in a couple of days. But like just like looking at everybody's, they're so happy and oh wow, we're in this new game and everything. It was
That's
kind of
why,
funny to
man.
see.
because you know what, man, everyone is craving a new MMO.
They are. I think
And
a lot
that's
of people
why-
really want it.
That's why I was kind of like But see, the thing is, nothing has been able to capture a lot of, or the mass majorities.
No, and I think MMOs, you need to
feelings.
have like that huge audience, right? Because people don't,
Yeah.
nobody wants to play an MMO that nobody else plays, right?
Yep. Yeah, you want to play the best.
The biggest
or-
and the best
That's
MMO.
how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I want to play the biggest and the best, and some people are like, "When I play Final Fantasy or whatever the fuck."
Wrong.
That's cool. I wish I was like that, but you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Wrong. And yeah, I don't. I'm sure dozens of people enjoy Final Fantasy, but I'm not one of them.
Exactly, man. Me too.
Yeah, eventually, like, I don't know.
Fucking wow, man. It ruined us.
It
It ruined us because it was so good.
it,
Or it ruined every other game because it was. It hit
you go
everything
back and
perfect.
it's like, this isn't like WoW. Why isn't this like WoW? The jumping's not like WoW. I remember I quit Guild Wars like 2 minutes into the game. Not 2 minutes, like an hour. Because like the first thing I tried to do was hit the space bar and nothing happened. I was like, what's the point of this? Like, why did they not have that?
Did you not like Guild Wars?
As I said, I quit the game. Like, I quit because this was like back in like 2006. And I asked myself, I was like, why am I playing this game whenever I could be playing WoW? And
Pretty much.
I just logged off, and that was it. I never logged back on again. Guild Wars 2, it just seemed like, it basically seemed like WoW, but the same thing, pretty much. And I just wasn't really too hyped for it. Did you play that or not?
I mean, I like the world versus world, and my favorite UI.
Do what?
The UI.
Oh yeah, the UI I think was like it was pretty clean, especially like compared to WoW. Like obviously
I
like WoW has
I
that
like the
problem.
cleanliness, but like the gameplay. See, the problem with fucking Guild Wars, it didn't have a Trinity, which I didn't like, and on top of the fact that I didn't need a Trinity in my.
They
MMOs.
always try to
Healers,
reinvent the
DPS.
whave That's what I
Yeah,
hate.
it's like no.
Just
no,
have the
you need
healer,
that.
have the tank, have the DPS. You're fine. All right, let's go. You know, it doesn't
Perfect,
need to
yeah.
be everything. Like you don't need to like every fantasy game like doesn't need to like just go with the Lord of the Rings core concepts that people view as like dwarves and everything. Just go with that and move forward rather than trying to
Yep.
do this all, you know, completely different like, oh, you're special, you're new. It's like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's like everyone that's established. Like you don't need to reinvent that. Do other stuff that makes your shit unique.
Right, yeah,
But-
just like iterate and make the current model better because that's what people are used to too.
It's crazy though, man. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be good. I don't know, man. Like, I'm down to like play like WoW at some point, especially in like PFA. You play Horde, right?
Yeah, I play a Horde, so you're gonna be your alliance. So,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I have a couple of Horde characters, and like if you ever do like dungeons
Okay.
or like anything like that, I'll probably level them up at some point, man. But
yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be down and everything. And oh yeah, man. I'm gonna log though, bro. Yo, it was good
I'm
talking. to you.
actually about to do the same thing, dude. I'm getting ready to get some food and everything. It was actually
I'm
like it's
starving.
crazy to just like sit here and talk about WoW with somebody like because I don't think we've really talked before. But
Nah,
but like
man.
we're on the same page, man. It's the same thing. Like everybody that I talk to is like we're all on the same page, and I just
are.
really hope that they make the game, you know, the same way that we wanted it to be. You know, I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's the ultimate goal.
Completely, man. Well, anyway,
So what do you level? Oh, you're leveling block right now.
yeah, because his name's Wanold, and I've been leveling him to get like the
Quanal.
Wanold, yeah, Wanold the Wakener.
Oh god.
And yeah, I've been leveling him just to get like the heritage armor. Like, so like if you level an allied race like legitimately from like 0 to actually from 20 to 110, they give you like a free set of armor, and like that's why I've been doing it.
Yeah. I gotta do that. Wait, what is your race though?
Void Elf. I'm doing Void Elf with this one.
Void Elf.
Yeah.
I gotta look into that shit. So.
Yeah, it's a lot to
But yeah,
do,
man.
honestly. You'll have a lot of fun, like, playing, and, you know, by the time that you catch up to everything, new stuff will be out. So I think it's a really good time for you to start back in.
Yeah, I think that is a good idea. I might hit up one. I'm gonna look into the races.
Oh,
which
yeah,
one I
for
like.
sure, man. They're going to bring out a lot of new ones, too, probably with BFA.
How many do you think total? Oh wait.
For
as
now,
the
I think it's like
expansion
7.
goes on?
Oh, yeah, I mean, think about it, dude. So they can do this thing where they just make a new race. What do you think
Yeah.
people do whenever they make a new race? They pay for race changes.
Oh my.
Like,
God.
yeah, they're going to keep making new ones, man. They're going to make a lot.
I didn't see. I thought it was they weren't gonna do that, but now that I think about it, they're gonna fuck. I'm being naive.
And it's
I
not,
should
I
know this.
mean, like, that's one thing that I can't complain about, right? I mean, because I like being able to play the new races. That's fun. It's good. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a
dude.
day. But it was good talking to
Yeah,
you, man. It really
was
was.
good talking to you too.
100%.
We should totally hit up some shit together.
Yo,
I
I'm
don't know
down,
if you
man.
ever do another allied race. Is it faster if we, just level together or something as well?
Honestly, like that's like a 50-hour thing. It is a huge thing. Yeah, yeah. But I'm down to like do like shit at max level too. But I just don't know like entirely what all that's gonna be. But anyway, man, it was good talking to you.
All right, man. Yeah, for sure, dude.
All right, peace. See you later.
Do it up again. Peace out, man.
Okay, let me put on my music. Actually, I'm gonna put on some in-game music. Okay, when do you get the Void Talon? Some guy gave it to me. I think it was like 6 months ago or something like that. He like found it for me. How many of these have I killed where I didn't click the thing? I think it's like 5, right? So what'd you guys think about that? Just hanging out with Lirik, talking about WoW, complaining about games. I mean, it's basically what I do on my own, but having somebody else there to just work off of was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun. I like doing that, like just talking with other random people, because like I'm very comfortable doing that actually. Like a lot of other people probably aren't for whatever reason, but I've always kind of liked that in a way. Can I find this Mogsmer? Mine? Yeah, sure. It's the Nobleman set. The helmet got changed a little bit because of my, it was like a Valentine's Day transmog. I didn't know really what to do. I had no idea what to do. Chill content? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't click. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I actually really do like doing chill content like that. Like, I think that chilling out my streams a little bit more, because I think I have chilled out my streams more. Like, what do you guys think? In the past, like, ever since I got the new mic, have I probably chilled out a little bit? I'm actually curious how you guys feel about that. Transmog is good for the game? I don't know. I mean, oh, I forgot to click that one too. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I've chilled out. And it's probably a good and a bad thing. Like, some people like to see the freakouts and all that. But I've also tried to just be like more calm, and that's been good too. Good shape on, man. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, anyways, guys, I am gonna probably call it a day. I'm pretty tired. I was actually gonna end it like after I did the boxes, and then like Lirik and I talked for like 2 hours about WoW. So it ended up taking a little bit longer. But thank you guys so much for watching today. I do really appreciate it. I always really appreciate it.